All right, this just blows my mind. More proof that Hugh Squire is telling the truth. Look, here's a picture from his Facebook page. This is Hugh Squire's Facebook page. And this is a contract between him and Stephen Sondheim. Or he's the writer, Stephen Sondheim. That's this guy right here. He's a real guy, an American composer and lyricist known for his work in musical theater. Look at this guy. Look at this birthday, March 22nd, 322. You're going to see that in a minute, and it's going to blow your mind, okay? Look what the title of this is called. Send in the Clowns, okay? These are the percentages, who gets what. Look, Harry Fox Agency. This is what Fox News was called before it was Fox News, okay? So here, this is worth, according to Hugh right here, $72 million. He has 28,000 contracts, many worth over $100 million each. That's not his share. That's how much the value of the contract is worth, okay? You know, just because you own a building doesn't mean, you know, I own a house that's worth, you know, $85,000. Doesn't mean I have $85,000, okay? So he's not saying that he has $72 million, okay? That's not what he's saying, okay? And it blows my mind how many people get that confused. All right, but anyway, so here's the contract right here, okay? On the day that they signed this, okay, there was an attack by a clown in Florida. Now, I go to, here's the original article. Unfortunately, he didn't say the date on the article, but he says this was the same date that he signed that contract, Send in the Clowns. There's a clown attack. These are the competitors, the other publishers addressing what he did. Because what happens in these industries is when you make money, they will show you how much they don't like, how much they're competing against you by actually going out and killing people. It's ridiculous what they do. But this is exactly what happened. The day you signed this contract, there was a clown attack in Florida, West Palm Beach. Marlene Warren, 40, who was shot in front of her 2 teenage sons. Marlene Warren was shot. Okay, now, all right, so look what they're saying today, okay? They are changing the date in the news of when this attack happened. Here they are now saying that it is May 26, 1990 was the original, let's see, I got the wrong article here, but some other articles here from Sun Times actually says that okay, I'm looking at crime, okay, let's see, where did I put that? That's right in here. Yeah, sorry, folks. Anyway, I had it up a minute ago. But on the Sun Times from Florida, South Florida Sun Sentinel, it actually said that the date of the attack was May 26, 1990. Okay. Now I thought, well, why are they giving us such a different time? Okay, obviously, they're lying about something. Something doesn't add up here. But Hugh says, no, look, this is the time the attack happened. It was the day that I signed this contract. Okay, and that would have been the date of this article here. Okay, the original article. Now they're trying to say that in the South Florida Sun Sentinel that Sheila King Warren killed Marlene Warren May 26, 1990. Now that's 5 years later. Okay, but then I look on the Gematria calculator, and look at this. Look at the time between the two dates, 10/16/1985, the date that Hugh says that the attack happened, and the date that the Sun Sentinel, South Florida Sun Sentinel, is telling us that the attack happened 5/26/1990, and they're 223 days apart. 4 years within 223 days. Oh yeah, Stephen Sondheim, March 22nd, 3rd month, 22, 3/22. What are the freaking chances of that? That is not an accident. That is proof that they are changing this information in today's media. They're covering up stuff. What a bunch of lies that are going on. And now look at this. We saw that Send in the Clowns. Look at this. The Gematria of Send in the Clowns is 221. Okay? Now, if you just change this, if you don't include the end date, Look, it's 222, one apart. The rule of Colel means it's the same freaking thing, okay? 221, 222, 223. They're the same thing. Do you get that? That's crazy. Send in the clowns. That was the name of the contract. Or the name of the, not the contract, but the name of the title here of the, I don't know what you call it, the musical, see, I'm so out. See, this is so far over my head because I don't do this stuff. The name of the record or whatever, you know, whatever you call it. See? Now, what else was I going to say here? Yeah, okay, right here. So Sheila Keene Warren, look at this, 168. Okay, that's the name of the killer who supposedly dressed up like a clown and killed Marlene Warren. 168. Now look at this. 1,684 days apart. Wow. In 4 years. Get that? This is not a coincidence, folks. This means that, just like Hugh said, they are changing history. They're bringing this stuff up now because of what Hugh's been saying in the news. Now, I can't tie it together very well, but Hugh says it's related to the fact, okay, that's the reason that this is coming up in the news here lately. It's so hard for me to put this into words. Okay, is some of the stuff that he's been saying. And so now Trump meets at the White House with Mark Zuckerberg because everything he's been saying is on Facebook. So now, just the other day, on 2/21 or 11/21, Donald Trump met with Mark Zuckerberg. What do you think they were talking about? He says they were talking about him and what he's been saying about this stuff. And so they brought this trial up too to try to change history and change what really happened. It's unreal because when they do that, when they start getting into this stuff, it starts leading to the truth of 9/11 and the Kennedy assassination. It's freaking insane. And I'm sorry that some of this stuff, you know, isn't my area of understanding and is a little over my head, and so I don't have the best words to put it in. But look into it yourself. He's telling the freaking truth. You can verify it with, you know, they left their calling card, their 223, you know, what everybody says is the Skull and Bones number. Well, it's not just Skull and Bones that use it. Look, 7 months and 11 days, if you say it like that, you know that 7 and 11 is the exact same thing as 9/11. It's just a difference between the Julian calendar and the Gregorian calendar. Yeah, well, that's the truth of 9/11 right there, sitting right in front of you. That's freaking insane. This 219 is related to 9/11 too. Yeah, 219. I'm not going to even get into that. This is mind-boggling. And a lot of people don't understand that he's telling the truth or that he can't put the pieces together. Well, it takes a little bit of looking into it, but if you know Gematria, you'll be able to prove what he said. I wish I'd have brought up the Sun-Times article. I thought I had it, but I must have, I don't know, I must have blipped forward or backed out of it or something. But it's also really interesting that, True Crimes is talking about this too. Okay, this is Crime News, and they mentioned True Crimes down here. True Crimes is also talking about the Julia Davis murders that I keep talking about, that I have a series on. And how we're talking about how there's a racist attacks, and so here they're talking about this too. True Crimes has been paying attention to this article, just like the Julia Davis. And Hugh says that Julia Davis marks him over and over again. The Julia Davis murders. Here it is. Martinez and murder, crime time. I thought they said something about true crimes. Yeah, here it is. Oh, true crime stories. Okay, crime time. Okay, so maybe it's not true crime, it's crime times, but yeah, so here they're quoting the Sun Sentinel article. Okay. So if you just look up Sun Sentinel, South Florida Sun Sentinel, you'll find the articles. They have an entire series on this murder going back years and years. But they're bringing it back up right now and they're bringing this girl to trial because of the things Hugh's been saying online on Facebook. And then the next thing you know, Trump's meeting with Mark Zuckerberg in the White House. And it all goes together. It all ties together. This is mind-blowing. And if you know Gematria, and you just use the Gematria calculator, they left their freaking calling card with the guy he made the contract with, Stephen Sondheim, American composer lyricist. You know, look at that, 322. That's freaking nuts. 322 backwards. 7/11, 9/11. They blew up Hugh's receipts on 9/11 and destroyed the Pentagon where his civil rights case was. I'm telling you, he's telling the truth. They left their calling card loud and clear. And here we have somebody, and this is another thing. You know, if somebody like Zach or somebody's not paying attention to what Hugh's saying, they're just saying, well, somebody did it. And here we have Hugh and proof that he can say who did what. It was he's telling you flat out, it was his competitors in the music industry that did this, that planned the murder by the numbers. Don't you think that verifies, Gematria? Zach, don't you think that verifies Gematria? Don't you think you should go out and actually find the real truth of what Hugh's saying and go out and tell the real truth? Come on, how can you not see that? All right, thanks for watching.